All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Patel, and I am the founder and CEO of Carbon Biogen. Carbon Biogen is a dental research and development company, and we are focused on, but not limited to, oral and dental implantology. Today, I'm going to be doing an experiment, and for the disclaimer, if you do not have any experience or knowledge about corrosive chemicals, please do not try this at home. The chemicals I will be using today are dangerous and highly corrosive. With that being said, today's experiment is to test the corrosion resistance of our 100% carbon diamond dental implant, or solid diamond dental implant, against a few titanium alloy dental implants. I'm not going to say the company of the titanium implants that we're going to be using, but just know they are titanium dental implants. I have two brand new implants here, and one that's already been taken out of its box. So essentially, we're going to be testing our diamond implants for corrosion against titanium implants. The purpose of this experiment is to show how resistant to corrosion our solid diamond dental implants are. They are 100% carbon, and they are covalently bonded. The molecules are covalently bonded, essentially. So with that being said, the two solutions or two chemicals that I'm going to use today to demonstrate this is first 70% nitric acid, which is highly corrosive. And again, do not play around with these chemicals if you do not know what you're doing. And we're going to use regular household bleach, sodium hypochlorite. It says danger, corrosive. Of course, one is an acid with a very low pH, and sodium hypochlorite bleach is alkaline with a high pH. Now, it's understandable, and we need to understand that no human in their right mind is going to, consume nitric acid or sodium hypochlorite bleach, let alone mouthwash with these two chemicals. And if they do, they're probably going to die or, end up in a mental institution or something of that nature. Now, like I said, of course, we're not going to be using these chemicals in the mouth. And of course, the pH of our oral cavity will not drop to the levels of nitric acid, or will not increase to the levels of sodium hypochlorite. But the purpose here is to show that even in extreme corrosive environments, our solid diamond dental implants will show much more resistance to corrosion than titanium dental implants. So let's get started. Just for, purposes of proof and to make sure that we're not using others, less acidic or highly acidic substances, I'm going to dip the chemicals in litmus paper just to show that these are the chemicals that I will be using. So I have 4 beakers here. Okay. 2 of them will be filled with nitric acid, and the other 2 will be filled with sodium hypochlorite. I have our diamond prototypes here, and I have boxes of brand new dental implants here. So let's get started, and we'll do it. Remember, do not try this at home. These are highly corrosive chemicals. All right? So we're going to take nitric oxide. It's a brand new bottle. And we're going to fill the first 2 beakers up. With some nitric acid. There are already some fumes, so we need to make sure we close it properly. And don't ever mix sodium hypochlorite with nitric acid. And we're going to fill up 2 beakers with bleach. To show there's 2 with bleach and 2 with nitric acid. We'll take the litmus paper and dip it just so we're all 100% sure. The chemicals I am using have either a low pH or a high pH. That's 1. Nitric acid going completely red, right? Here's the second one, going in bleach, and it's pretty much black, purplish, about a 9. All right. Oh. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up these brand new implants. These are titanium. All right. Here's the titanium implant. All right. That's the first one going into sodium hypochlorite bleach. All right. Now we're going to take one of our diamond implants. Here's one of our diamond implants. Okay. We're going to place that in bleach as well. All right. So we have one titanium implant in bleach, sodium hypochlorite, and we have a diamond implant as well in bleach, sodium hypochlorite. We're going to go ahead and open the second titanium dental implant. Here it is. Okay, that's going in just the nitric acid solution. And we're going to take another one of our diamond dental implant prototypes. Okay, and we're going to place that into the nitric acid solution. So all implants are in solution. Here's a titanium in sodium hypochlorite, a diamond dental implant in sodium hypochlorite, and then we have a titanium in nitric oxide, and we have a diamond dental implant also in nitric oxide, nitric acid. Sorry. But yeah, stay tuned. Because I cannot continue to record this for 24 hours. But I will periodically record as the time goes by with these implants in these chemicals. So stay tuned, and we'll be back. All right, how's it going, everybody? So it's about 1:30 in the morning, April 4th, 2025. I got home from work around 11:30 in the evening. So I put both our diamond implant and titanium in solution or chemical, nitric acid and sodium hypochlorite bleach. I put them in the beakers around 3:15 in the afternoon, April 3rd. So essentially it's been about 10 hours, 10 and a half hours, give or take. I'm not even sure what time it is right now, but anyways. So I haven't really seen much change in that much time. So here's our diamond in nitric acid. Here's a titanium in nitric acid. Here's a diamond in bleach and the titanium in bleach. 20 minutes ago, about 20 minutes ago, I did stir the titanium implants in the nitric acid and the sodium hypochlorite, since the titanium implants do form that protective oxide layer around them when they are subject to a harsh environment. And my reasoning for breaking that oxide layer, or attempting to break that oxide layer, is because when we place these implants in the jaws, whether it be in the maxilla or the mandible, the implants are subject to the harsher environment of the oral cavity. We're chewing on these implants. We're, consuming acidic foods and beverages, sodas, Coca-Cola, orange juice, pineapple juice, whatever, orange juice, whatever you like to consume. We're consuming carbohydrates, which the plethora of microorganisms love when we're eating those carbs and sugars. And, the bacteria start to break those sugars down and secrete acids, mostly lactic acid. And that lactic acid is known to break down that oxide layer of titanium implants. At the same time, we have patients brushing their teeth with, toothpaste and toothbrushes. They might go into the dentist's office, have a scaling, replaning done. Sometimes the dentist might, damage the implants while scaling, replaning. Some patients might, chew hard foods and things like that and disrupt that oxide layer. So essentially that the titanium oxide layer, even intraorally, would essentially be disrupted. There's micro movements. Every time we chew, the implant is moving in microns. And it's been documented that can disrupt the oxide layer. A lot of dentists around the world perform these so-called implantoplasties, which I have no idea why, but they do it. Essentially, they're grinding down the body of the implant, the threads, because there's some bone loss, there's some exposure of the threads, there might be some implantitis and things like that. So they want to take a burr and drill the implant and shave down those exposed threads or dehisced threads or dehiscence that we see. And that obviously, of course, disrupts that oxide layer. So I wanted to try to simulate that by stirring the titanium implants that are in the nitric acid as well as the sodium hypochlorite, and just break down that oxide layer so we can see any type of corrosion take place. But now in 10 and a half, almost close to 11 hours, haven't seen much, and that's expected. Maybe tomorrow or a few days down the line, after I order some more chemicals, I'm going to subject some other implants. I have some more implants here, brand new implants, titanium, and some more of our diamond implants where I'll subject them to 32% hydrochloric acid and maybe 18 molars of sulfuric acid, and we'll see what happens with that. Again, my main goal is to show how our diamond implants are superiorly resistant to corrosion in harsh environments. Nothing is actually happening to the diamond implants. They're just chilling and bathing in the acid and the hypochlorite. There might be some micro changes in the titanium implants, but I would need to take a look at that under magnification after we're done here. Now, these beakers are currently at 76 degrees. All four of them are at 76 degrees. I do have my space heater going on. I just turned it off for a little bit. I just turned it back on. The coil of the space heater is at about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's blowing out about 85 degrees, 90 degrees of heat from the space heater. I will probably maybe in, I don't know, in the morning, maybe tomorrow evening or Saturday, let's see, subject these 4 beakers with nitric acid and sodium hypochlorite to heat and try to get this reaction accelerated a little bit. So as we know, applying heat will catalyze the reactions, and we'll see if we can do that, because I'm pretty sure the diamonds will still be stable and the titaniums may start to corrode. Essentially, that's what I believe is going to happen. So we'll see. 10 hours, give or take, 10 and a half hours, not enough time. They may still have that protective oxide layer on the titanium, so we'll see. All right, well, I got to get to sleep. It is late here. I got home from work late, so we'll see you guys later. All right. All right, how's it going, everybody? Again, if you don't know me, my name is Dr. Patel, and I am the owner and CEO of Carbon Biogen LLC, a dental research and development company. Now, my first segment of the video, I described how I placed implants in 2 chemicals, one nitric acid, about 70% nitric acid. The other chemical was concentrated sodium hypochlorite, or household bleach. I placed a brand new titanium implant in the nitric acid solution. I placed our diamond dental implant, solid diamond dental implant, in nitric acid. And I placed the same, a brand new titanium dental implant in sodium hypochlorite, and our prototype diamond dental implant in sodium hypochlorite as well. It's about midnight right now, April 8th. And we first started this experiment on April 4th around 3:20 in the afternoon. So the implants have been sitting in those chemicals for the past, I would say, 3.5 days or so. I just took them out. As you can see, my beakers are now empty. Took all the implants out, washed everything up, and just with the naked eye, we really can't see much, right? This one was the one in nitric acid. This is titanium, which was in nitric acid. And this is a titanium that was in sodium hypochlorite. I'll show pictures very soon. And then our diamond, which was in the same solutions, both of them. Can't see anything with the naked eye, literally on the titanium. Don't even worry about the diamonds. Nothing happened to them, I swear. So I took the implants and I put them under a digital microscope and started to look at them under magnification. And you'd be amazed what you can see under magnification. I think we all know that as well. So, what I can explain is that when I put the titanium implants under magnification, the one that was in sodium hypochlorite, or our household bleach, that showed a good amount of corrosion. Okay. There was some rusting, there was pitting corrosion on the surface of the implant body, discoloration, and so on. And then the one that was in nitric acid, it really didn't show much like rusting, I guess you can say, or discoloration, but it did show a good amount of pitting corrosion and damage. When I picked them up with, the pliers, it seemed like some parts of that implant were weakened by the nitric acid, and some of the threads of that implant were damaged. The implant's discolored. The one in sodium hypochlorite is more turned into more of a darker matte grayish finish. It's a little darker. The one in nitric acid still has that grayish look to it, but under magnification, there's pitting corrosion. The diamond dental, nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to the diamonds. I mean, the amount of resistance our implant shows to corrosion is just phenomenal. There's no way, even in the human body, that our implants are going to corrode for any various reasons. We already know that titanium implant forms that oxide layer around them when exposed to like an oxygen-rich environment, or even harsh environments, acidic environments, or alkaline environments, and it protects the body of the implant for as long as it can. That oxide layer is a thin layer of titanium oxide that's protecting, or titanium dioxide that's protecting the implant. But once that layer is gone, once it dissolves or gets destroyed or disrupted, then there's nothing to help the implant from resisting corrosion. It's just going to undergo its process of corrosion. But what I can say is that our diamond implants did not even, fold under these harsh environments. 70% nitric acid and concentrated sodium hypochlorite. Our diamond implants withheld from corrosion, and they, performed under some of the harshest environments known to man, harsh corrosive environments known to man. So it's safe to say that even in the oral cavity, when we surgically place these in the maxilla or the mandible, there's zero chance of corrosion with our implants. With that being said, my next experiment, I ordered some extra chemicals. I'm going to test it again a second time around. And that one, I'm going to record it. I'll have a chart. We're going to use about 32% hydrochloric acid mixed with nitric acid. So I'm going to make aqua regia, which is essentially 3 parts nitric acid and 1 part hydrochloric acid mixed together. And that's going to just create a very, very intense corrosive and just reduction environment, if you will. And then I'm going to use about 18% sulfuric acid as well. And then I'm going to also use concentrated sodium hypochlorite. I have some extra brand new implants, titanium ones that I will be using here. And yeah, I mean, hey, what can I say? I'm going to show the pictures. I have the pictures under magnifications. I'm going to put in this video as well. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, so Here's a collage I made of the implants that, some pictures of the implants I took under magnification. The top image, the implant to the left is our diamond dental implant. The implant in the middle is the titanium implant that was in sodium hypochlorite. And then the one to the right of that is the titanium implant that was in nitric acid. And then the same in the middle images, the one on the left is comparing the diamond implant with that of the titanium and sodium hypochlorite. Same with the one on the middle right. The bottom right image is the implant that was in nitric acid, the titanium implant in nitric acid. Now, it's clear nothing happened to our diamond dental implants. They're smooth. They retained its shape. They did not dissolve. Nothing happened to them. There's no destruction. There's no corrosion. There's no chipping of the threads. Nothing of that nature was seen on our diamond dental implants. Now, if we take a look at the titanium implant that was soaking in sodium hypochlorite, the one in the top middle, and the middle images there, there's major discoloration of the implant. It was gray before, but now it's brown. It's undergoing corrosion. There's pitting corrosion. There's just surface destruction, dissolution of the material. I mean, there's just complete chaos when the implant was sub to sodium hypochlorite or our, household bleach. Again, comparing that to our diamond dental implants, nothing really seen there. The implant that was in nitric acid, the top image on the right, I have better images. I'll put them in another video. But we can see that there was less discoloration with that implant in nitric acid. I think nitric acid, because of the nitrogen, creates more of an oxidative layer, so it protects the titanium much better. But nonetheless, in 70% nitric acid, we do see pitting corrosion. We see little holes. There are some areas of, it looks like rusting on the implant that nitric acid. So the bottom right image, there's pitting, there's destruction. I think the one that was in 70% nitric acid, when I went to go and grab it with the tweezers, some of the pieces of like the thread of the implant was like chipping off. So a lot of destruction with the titanium in these very harsh and corrosive environments. It looks like it did take some time for the titanium oxide layer to completely be disrupted or destroyed, because I believe for the first day and a half or so, maybe 2 days, that titanium oxide layer was protecting these implants from corrosion. But like I mentioned in the previous video, I was mixing it and I was making sure that I was doing everything I could to, disrupt that oxide layer. And it looks like it was disrupted. There's just heavy corrosion in sodium hypochlorite and bleach, and nothing happening to our diamond dental implants. So it is safe to say that when we place these diamond implants in the human maxilla or the mandible, corrosion nonetheless will not be an issue for any type of postoperative complications, like we do see in titanium. We see that quite often with titanium. I mean, don't get me wrong, titanium has been worthy of its name for a very long time, and it's been in our arsenal for over 50 years. But they do undergo corrosion. So thank you again. This is Dr. Patel, Carbon Biogen, everybody.